Welcome to the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast with host Jacqueline Burke. Today's special guest is Kelly Thibeault.
Welcome, Kelly. Thank you for joining our podcast. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Jacqueline. Very good. Happy to be here.
Oh, good. So we start our podcast by going back to our childhood and talking about what little Kelly wanted to be when she grew up.
Okay, that's a long way back. I hope you know.
Yeah.
So little Kelly wanted to be a school teacher.
Oh, good.
I always was, I was the oldest of four children. So one of the things I got to be the babysitter quite often, and I always taught school. Like I had a brother that's 1 year younger than me who was always trouble.
Oh,
So I had to reel them in. We made desks. I gave them assignments. I taught them stuff, and I kept them out of trouble.
yeah.
And so I always felt that was my calling in life. I later found out that they hated school.
Oh,
They didn't like it. I thought I was, just the best, like helping them out, win-win situation. And they thought I was mean,
oh no.
bossy, and a control freak.
Oh, oh, you're kidding.
So yeah, perspective is everything, right?
Kids, they'll say the darndest things.
Right.
So you wanted to be a school teacher.
Yes, I
Um,
did.
so how long did that dream hold out till? Roughly.
I didn't like school. I did
Yeah,
not like school. I got to high school and I hated school. So I couldn't imagine myself continuing any more school
yeah,
than I had to. So my dream of being a school teacher dissipated
yeah,
throughout very quickly. But when I look back, I realize that I have always been a teacher in one way or another. So
yeah,
it didn't get that far away from me. I've always held a position where I'm teaching and
yeah.
giving direction in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Like how you guide people and teach them along the way.
So right now what I'm doing is I have a business called Psychic Soul, and I do psychic and mediumship readings. I also have I'm a Reiki master, so I also do Reiki, and I have put together the best of both worlds with a session that I call Psychic Reiki. I do workshops, so I'm teaching people on how to use their intuition. I also am teaching them how to manifest magic. So I'm still doing the teaching. I'm in service to people, is how
Yeah.
I look at it, and always helping with them.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, it's really nice when you get onto your path that you're meant to be on. And then you find that the people just kind of come to you, you know.
Yep, that's
And
exactly what I find.
yeah, that's so neat. Um, so I'm going to ask you a little bit of challenges. So we've been asked quite often about, well, is there any challenges in in careers with the women that we're interviewing?
Okay.
So do you have any challenges, Kelly?
So one of them is I'm at a stage right now where I have to want to trust myself at a level that I have never been asked to trust myself before, ever.
Yeah.
I've always had some safety nets in place so that I never had to do that. And right now, I am trusting at a level that is so profound for me. And the opportunities that are surfacing are amazing.
Yeah.
So that's one of the challenges, is to, just hang on to that without, looking for that escape door,
Yeah.
just sticking with it. And the other challenge that I have is I don't drive in the winter. I
Yeah.
don't drive on highways. And one of the things that I absolutely love doing is markets. And
Yeah.
I travel all around. And I don't drive in the
Yeah.
dark. I don't drive on icy roads. So
Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
I mean,
So
it's crazy out there sometimes in the wet
it
winter
is.
time. Yeah.
It is. And
Yeah.
so I find that a little bit challenging. But other than that, I don't really feel any challenges at all, other than just trusting myself and sticking with it.
So I'm glad you brought up markets. So, how long have you been doing markets?
I would say 4 years now.
Yeah. Oh,
4 years. Yeah.
wonderful. So how did you get into markets? Was it, so was that just after the pandemic then?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sure
Yeah.
became quite an industry, huh?
It has. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I just love it. It feeds that part of my soul that just needs to get out and about and travel. Like I have, moved around a bit. I have lived in different cities, and there's just something to me about markets, just feeds that part, that wandering, lustful soul that I
Yeah.
have. And markets really does it. I get to hang out with some like-minded people, that are nonconformists, just like me, and just trying to do what they love. And we get to all meet some really amazing people that come to see what we have to offer. So,
Yeah.
one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, yeah. I remember when markets would actually just start around May, and then they
Mm-hmm.
would go till like fall, and then with the odd one between fall and Christmas, right? But
Mm-hmm.
now it's every weekend, all year round. And I find that
Yeah,
amazing. I love it. You know,
yeah, I do
it's
too. I love
great
it.
for the community. You know, it's great for the vendors. It brings people together and you kind of escape actually, for a while.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I just love it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Good. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah. Okay. So now that we're talking about what you do and you like to do markets, so that would fall under opportunities within your career, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if somebody was out there, just starting a business,
Mm-hmm.
um, and they were asking you, what are the benefits of markets or what are the benefits of doing pop-ups? What would you say to them?
I would say that one of the benefits is to get out and, meet other people that are doing the same thing. I've met some incredible people and formed some really amazing friendships with people through the markets. I would never get to meet these people any other way. So that is amazing. And then also, I have clients that I see when I go off to Lethbridge. I have repeat clients that can't wait till I get there so that we can touch base again. And when I go up to Brooks, and I have again clients that are waiting for me when I get there.
Oh,
So
that's
it's an amazing way to expand your business and expand your perspective on what your business can look like. So
yeah, no, that's amazing. And it's such a great networking platform, I find.
it is
When
very.
you get involved with a market, they are promoting you online. And
Mhm.
I mean, that gets shared. And then before you know it, you've got word of mouth and you've got, oh, hey, your friend on Facebook. Hey, did you see this market? And it just kind of flows.
Yeah, yeah.
I find it's the best way for a new business that's getting started, for you to introduce yourself. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And the service that you offer. So recently, just a quick story. Recently, I was in Chestermere visiting with family,
Yeah.
and my dog got out of the yard.
Oh,
And so she's in Chestermere. She's not familiar with the place. And I hit the panic button.
oh yeah.
And, I got to see all the styles, all my family, we were all reacting differently, but
Yeah.
I was just a basket case. And well, who did I reach out to? I reached out to an animal communicator that I had met at a market.
Oh,
First of all, in Lethbridge, and then I've seen her in Brooks
oh,
and here in
fantastic.
the Hat. I reached out to her, and one of the first things she said to me was, "Calm down."
Yeah.
calm down. Your energy is going to scare your dog away.
Yeah.
So invite her back with love. And she just went to town for me. And honestly, Jacqueline,
Yeah.
a year ago or 2 years ago, I wouldn't even have thought of that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been an option. But because I have met her and talked to her at markets, I
Yeah.
knew about the service that she provided, and it came through. I know that she had a significant impact on my dog and I finding each other. And the day was saved. I was so very grateful for her. Highly recommend the service that she offers. It was
Oh,
amazing.
oh, well, we can give her a plug if you like. So if you want
Yeah,
to, yeah, if you'd like
sure.
to tell the people who are listening who she is and what her business
Yeah,
name is, and yeah, by all means, let us
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Okay. Her name is Julie Ann Horn.
Yeah.
And she's online and she's at markets, and she does animal Reiki as well.
Oh, nice.
And I had her do animal Reiki on my little dog.
Oh,
So
nice.
she's been in the energy of my dog before. So it was very easy for her to connect again and to be able to guide my dog to back to my voice. So
Nice.
um, couldn't
That
remember.
gives me the goosebumps. I got goosebumps all over my
Oh, me too. Me
my
too.
hair standing up.
Absolutely. It was amazing. Amazing experience.
Oh, that's fantastic. I know when our fur babies like that, they're not just pets, they are our family.
Yeah.
When, they get out somehow or what have you, it's hard. I know my heart just jumps and my
Mhm.
bloods are racing because the first thing you think of is safety, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so afraid. I didn't know what to do. And as soon as Julie told me to calm down, I
Yeah.
calmed right down, and then I went to bat to do the things that I know how to do.
Yeah.
And so, so I was able to, just this calmness and this amazing experience of spirit coming through me to show me pictures of my dog running towards me. And I
Oh,
was on the phone explaining to my sister that she told me, come back home, because I was out in my car. And she said, just come home. We'll figure out what to do, and the community will help. And just
yeah.
come home. And I said, I just think I'm supposed to be here. I don't know why, but I'm just supposed to be here. And I just keep seeing my dog running towards me.
Yeah.
I just keep seeing this picture. And my sister, I said, it's like a movie. And my sister said, oh, I'm sure we'll find her. And, I knew in her voice that she didn't believe that at all. I just knew it. And I said, I'm going to walk down in this, in a dog park. And my sister said, don't do that. It's too icy. Don't do that. And I said, just going to go a little bit. And I
Yeah.
saw a guy with a dog down there. And I started walking down, and the guy disappeared. I couldn't see him anymore. So I
Oh,
turned around and I said, there's no sense going down there. I don't see him anymore. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm going back to my car and I'm going to come home, and I'm talking to my sister. And then sure enough, I see my dog running, and I actually
Oh,
had to blink my eyes
oh,
because it was the exact picture that
oh,
Spirit had shown me.
oh my, I would have bawled my head off.
I was bawling. I was screaming, the boy found her picture. It's her. It's the same picture. And my sister's like, oh my God. And
Oh God.
God, it was awful, but great. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you got your baby back like that.
Mhm.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, so what is some of the best pieces of advice, excuse me, that you have been giving with regards to your career?
So advice that I give, I tell everyone to just go for it.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time, a lot of years, and a lot of energy talking ourselves out of things.
Oh,
So my take on
so,
life at this point is talk yourself into these things and give yourself an opportunity to experience something new,
oh,
and just go for
right.
it. Yeah.
That is so right.
Yeah, go for it. Just go for it. We
Oh,
don't know what it's going to look like. Either way, we don't know what it's going to look like. But what I've learned throughout my decades of life is that we will never know how amazing life can be if we don't give ourselves those opportunities that are, niggling away in our heads or our hearts. They're there for a reason for us to, go for it and see what that will bring.
Yeah.
Instead, we talk ourselves out of all of it. Well, no, that's not possible. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not smart enough. And yet, why are we getting those into our realm? Because they're there for us to experience. They're there to, help us on our journey. So,
Oh, that's amazing, those words. Oh, you're so right. What's stopping you?
that's it. And it's
Like we
usually
come up
us.
with every excuse imaginable. At least I know I do.
I do too. I have done that. Absolutely.
But you know what stop I mean, I've got many decades too, and it's like, oh my gosh, really, what is the harm? You know?
That's it. That's it. What is the harm?
Yeah, you're just stopping your growth. Oh my gosh. I feel like turning
Yeah.
it up a notch now, Kelly. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm there. I'm doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I walk the talk. I never give people any advice or information that I haven't firsthand experience. So, if I tell you a story about some of the crazy things that I have done in my life, I am speaking from experience here.
Yeah.
So I've made every mistake under the sky that there is to make, and I survived. I lived.
Yeah.
And some things I take away because they're so beautiful, and other things I, release to the energy, to the universe
Yeah.
to turn that into something beautiful,
Oh,
because I don't want to hold on to those kind of things. But
right.
we live and learn, and we're human, and we don't have a manual for this.
Oh, isn't that true? And you know what? I'm kind of glad we don't have a manual. I mean, at times, yeah,
Yeah,
but for the most part, it's like, yeah, I would have missed out on all those experiences though,
isn't that the truth?
you know?
So
The
true.
good and the bad, because they
Absolutely.
make you to who you are now.
That's right. Yeah, we
Yeah.
take all of it with us to the next leg of the journey,
Oh,
and
yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so I'd like to ask you, how do you find balance in your life? So you've got, your fur baby,
Hmm.
you have a home you look after, you go to work, you go to markets, and so where do you take any me time in there for
Uh,
rejuvenation?
yeah, really interesting. I am also a Libra, so I'm always
Oh,
constantly looking for balance.
yeah.
I summarize it all. Like, I learned years ago that a plane, when it goes from A to B, it is very rarely on the direct path. It's
Yeah.
not on the pathway. It's usually off course
Yeah.
most of the journey. And that's how I feel about my life. It's never been a straightforward
Yeah.
path or journey. I'm usually off kilter in some regard. What I have been doing is my downtime. So, I never have had, since I hung my shingle for psychic readings, I don't really have days or time frames in which I work. I work when I'm called to work.
Right.
I don't take days off. I'm always available, put it that way.
Yeah.
And I get days off. I'm not always swamped or busy. I do get days off. And what I do at that time is um, I learn new things. I am a quilter, so
Oh,
I'm
nice.
always making quilts. I have a whole new line that's coming that will be, those kind of quilts that we need to wrap ourselves up in some love and some
Oh, yeah.
energy and things like that. So I'm very excited about that. So I do
Nice.
that in my spare time. And I go and I do things like tonight, I am doing a mirror work
Oh,
class.
nice.
So I have never done that. And I think I'm going to do that mirror work class tonight. I don't know if it's going to work out or if I'll love it or hate it. I
Yeah.
don't know, but I'm going to do that. I recently went to a sound bath and
Oh,
I loved it.
yeah.
Just loved it. And I felt so rejuvenated at the end of it, and inspired to take the next step. So, that's what I do to fill
Um,
myself up, fill my cup up, and
like
to go for it.
pamper your soul.
Yes, I pamper myself, my
That's
soul. That's what I do.
nice. So, can you tell me what mirror work is?
I don't know. I think
Eh,
it is saying some things in front of a mirror and
no.
seeing what kind of reaction we're about to have here. So,
Oh, cool. So it's facing yourself.
yeah, I think so.
Oh, how
Yeah,
cool is that?
I think it's going to be really cool.
I think everybody should do that.
Yeah, and one of my favorite authors is Louise Hay,
Yes.
and she's got a book on mirror work. And I've got the book, but I have
Yeah.
never read it.
Okay.
Um, it's on my to-do list.
Yeah.
I have a lot of books here that I haven't got to yet, but yeah, I think it can be quite profound to really address some of your
Yeah.
thoughts about yourself face to face. So
Oh
that's
man.
what I'm doing.
That would be like an awakening, I'm
Hmm.
sure. How interesting is that?
Yeah.
Well, okay, now I'm going to be researching that for sure.
Right? Yeah. And that's one of the beauties about where I have my office here in Medicine Hat is I have it at Nirvana 101,
Yeah, perfect.
which is an amazing little shop. And I shouldn't say little because it's not little at all, but that
No.
is our hub here in Medicine Hat for anything new age, crystals, any kind of items, drums, whatever. There's a
Yeah,
great shop in there. And then there are these amazing practitioners that are offering
yes.
services. So I have learned about drumming and the sound baths and, the other one, the salt room, I
Oh,
absolutely
nice.
love. I do a foot detox followed by some time in a salt room.
Oh,
And the salt, works its magic, and I'm listening to waves, and I do some amazing goal setting in there.
oh,
So
nice.
one of my favorite things to do. There is also deprivation float tanks that are there.
Oh,
Um, so learning curve for me. I didn't like it the first time I tried it, but then
okay.
I heard so many amazing stories that I jumped back in and I loved it. I had an amazing experience, relaxed like I haven't done on any level
Oh,
before.
amazing.
So, there's so many people in that little hub that are promoting some amazing
Oh,
ways to heal ourselves and to fill our cup.
yeah, that's amazing. We had Joe on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, she was episode 4, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, an amazing woman. Yeah, if you
She
ever get
is,
a chance to
yes.
go to Nirvana 101 in Medicine Hat, by all means go
Yeah.
because it's an
Yeah.
experience, that's for sure. Yeah,
That's
just
exactly
walking
it.
into the gift shop is enough. Like,
Yeah, your energy shifts. We get a lot of people that just come in for a cup of tea and just to hang out in the energy because it's beautiful there.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Are you planning on doing any retreats this year, Kelly?
I haven't. I have not done any retreats.
No. I
No, I
think
have
Joe
not.
is Joe starting a retreat out in Medicine Hat somewhere?
Not that I've heard of, not that I know of, but I
No.
wouldn't be surprised because she has that nice little property now,
Yeah.
where people can take campers and go and do some amazing things. So it
Oh,
wouldn't
that's
surprise me at
cool.
all.
I guess that's a
Mhm.
form of retreat, you know, if you
Hmm.
can go and park your camper or whatever and just be.
Yeah. Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to a retreat that has like all that you listed there, like the sound bath and salt room and
Hmm.
just to have a weekend of, pampering that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Amazing.
And then mirror work.
Yeah, it would be for sure. Yeah, we'll throw that in there too.
Yeah. Okay, people, don't forget your mirror work. It's very important.
That's right. Well, I'll let you
Those
know
are,
how it goes next time.
oh yeah, for sure. Oh, we're coming back for season 2, that's for sure, Kelly. So get ready for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Um, so now as you've gone in your life and you've had many experiences, so what advice would you give little Kelly who wanted to be a teacher?
Aw. I have done quite a fair amount of inner child work because my childhood was not all of that. There
Yeah.
was a lot of bumps and mountains to climb along the
Yeah.
way. And so, what I would tell little Kelly is, one of my favorite quotes is, "This too shall pass."
Yeah.
And, I would let her know that she is loved and never alone,
Yeah.
and that she is enough.
Yeah.
She's absolutely enough. She doesn't require one other thing other than just being who she is. And I would let her know that whatever she faces, this too shall pass. And
Oh,
not all so daunting. It can be a beautiful life.
yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I can just see little Kelly, you know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had the opportunity, right, to
Yeah.
see ourselves as 4 or 5 years old and, comforting that child along the way,
Yeah.
just to give
Beautiful.
them that security so that
Yeah,
when they would
absolutely.
pick, when you would, as a child, pick something that was in your heart, you were able to do so freely. I think that's important.
Oh, so important. Really
Yeah,
important.
especially the younger generations that are starting in this crazy world that we live in. You know,
Yeah.
it can be loaded with fear, but again, if they have some comfort along the way, knowing that what they choose to do is going to be okay. It
Yeah.
takes work, but you just keep plugging away, you know,
Yeah.
then they'll
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that word fear seems to pop up a lot in a lot of conversations
Hmm.
uh, because of the way the world is. But if you just kind of remind yourself that it's just temporary, what's going on.
Hmm. Absolutely. That's the whole key, is that we have the ability to pivot. We're never going to stay stuck. We can pivot, we can turn, we can make other choices because we have that one of the greatest gifts that we have ever been given is the ability to have free choice. We
Yeah,
can choose something different for ourselves, and really even how we feel about things. The whole thing can change just on changing our minds about certain things and how we
yeah,
view them. So, fear can be such a force to hold us down and to prevent us from moving forward to ever building our dreams and making them our reality. But if we stand up to fear, and this too shall pass, and you have everything that you require and need right now to be able to move forward at any given spot. So pivot, do something different. Yeah, I love
yeah.
pivoting.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, pivot and turn.
Right? And
Yeah,
haven't we all had to do a lot of that? We all do it.
absolutely. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. I find especially in the last like 5 years, there's been a lot of it, you know.
Yeah.
because things have changed so drastically. But I think hanging on to some positivity and finding your group of people. It doesn't necessarily have to be family. Your family is who you choose, you
That's
know,
right.
and
Absolutely.
it's important to surround yourself with the same like-minded. Like it's the mindset, that you mentioned and, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
staying true to that. Yeah,
Hmm.
oh yeah, that's amazing. So,
Yeah.
okay, so aside from your career
Hmm.
and um, little Kelly and the little trip we've done today, what is your biggest passion in life? And it can be in your career, but if there's something that you're passionate about that maybe you haven't tried or that you keep in your day to day or anything like that.
One of the things that I'm really passionate about is helping others, and that's been consistent all throughout my life. My personal life and also my career, always helping others. And right now, I am at a phase where I'm working on helping me.
Good girl.
Yeah, I am giving myself the opportunity that I have given so many other people throughout my time here. I'm giving that to me. And, I can be my worst critic. I can be so very hard on myself at times. And I'm taking note of that, and I'm really softening up on me. And I've never been a napper, but I tell
Oh,
you, I have enjoyed some naps.
oh,
Like just
nice.
tired, and I'm not going to wait until I'm a night person. So I'm not going to wait till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm going to sleep. I lay down and I have a little nap, and I don't beat myself up about that. I'm happy to have a nap, and they are quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of things that I'm doing now that I have never given myself the opportunity to do. So I'm finding some kindness for myself. And
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
yeah,
nap. I don't think I know what that's like.
yeah, right. We're always go, 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 and busy, busy, busy. And yeah, just having a little nap sometimes, a little time out.
Oh,
And it
some
doesn't have
me
to be,
time.
yeah, a little me time, just even going outside on the deck and breathing in some fresh air, or feeling the sunshine, just, whatever it looks like, just
Yeah,
giving to myself.
taking those moments, right? It
Hmm.
truly is a gift. You're giving yourself a gift in more ways than one, not just rest,
Yeah.
but it's just it goes so much further than that really when you take those moments to just be, and or whether it's a nap or to meditate or to
Yeah.
just sit down and close your eyes, without napping. Like it's just,
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
so important.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So does your little fur baby curl up and have a nap with you?
No, she does
Oh,
not. She's a brat.
oh,
She's so full of energy. The dog never stops.
yeah.
And the thing that just drives me mental is when I sit down on the couch to just time out or watch TV or whatever, she will lay down beside me and go to sleep. Then when I go, I think I'd like to have a little nap, and I lay down, she thinks it's go time. So
Yeah.
she's bringing me the ball and the toys, and she wants to play catch. And the minute I sit back up, she'll lay down beside me and go back to sleep. So we have yet to coordinate on that to get on the same page here. I'm happy to play ball. I'm happy to do it all, but there's a time and a place, right?
Yeah. Oh man, it sounds like Miss Kitty. Just when I'm ready to go to bed, it's like, oh, there's a fur ball. So I gotta get up and
Oh,
timing's everything.
it really.
Oh, Kelly. Well, I'm so glad you're here with us today. It's been nice talking to you. And
Yeah.
I look forward to you coming back in season 2. We're gonna be having a couple more or more episodes next season during the
Awesome.
week. So we're gonna, jazz it up a little bit. So
Oh, okay. This was my first podcast ever, and honestly, it was
oh,
freaking me out
oh
because I thought
no.
me and my mouth,
Oh
I could get into a lot of trouble here. And I just love working with you, and I love your
thank
energy. So I thought if I wanted to do this with anybody, it definitely would be you. So,
oh
you know,
Kelly.
you have this really cool ability to just calm the storm and just,
Oh,
you know, I just love your energy, Jacqueline. I have
oh,
since the
thank
moment I
you.
met you. And so I always love our collaborations on whatever it is that we're up to is
Oh
always
yeah.
fun and interesting. And I feel that we work very well together. So
Oh,
I'm very,
we do.
yeah,
We,
very
I,
great.
oh, thank you I'm so grateful for your words, Kelly. Thank you so much. Means a
Yeah.
lot. And I mean, I adore you and
Oh,
have since I met you too. And
yeah, good.
so yeah, you just kind of know, right, who your
Right?
people are.
Yes, absolutely. And, family, right?
Yeah.
That's another blessing of markets. I would not have met you
Oh,
any other way.
yeah, right?
Yeah, we
Like,
would not have crossed paths if we
yeah,
weren't doing the things that we are reaching out to do. So,
yeah.
I can't say enough for,
Oh,
trusting oneself and just going for it, no matter how you want to talk yourself out of it, talk yourself in.
yeah, talk yourself in. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Kelly. You're a doll. I love talking to
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you. It's been a
Okay.
pleasure.
Okay, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah.
much. Bye for
Okay.
now.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us today at the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast.